Hello everyone, welcome to your own coding channel Coding with JTC. Guys, in this video, I'm going to talk about entire learning path of Java full stack developer. So whenever I'm saying Java full stack developer, it means you have entire knowledge about front-end component, business layer component, and as well as the database component. Along with all these things, there are many different tools which is required to work in any organization. For that tools knowledge also I'm going to give in this learning path. So if you are just following this learning path, you can easily become Java full stack developer. So guys, when we talk about the important things of the Java full stack developer, so first is the relational database, technologies, UI UX components, frameworks, tools, and NoSQL databases. So when we talk about relational database, so in relational database, these are the few important things. Say for example, MySQL, Oracle, and PLSQL. You must have the knowledge about these relational database tools like MySQL, Oracle, and PLSQL. Because if you are a full stack developer, most of the time you will be getting requirement to interact with your database, and while interacting with your database, you may get requirement to write some queries, you may get requirement to write some subqueries, PLSQL things, so you may get. So if you are getting that requirement, so you must have hands-on knowledge on these relational database tools. Now next, coming to the technology. If you are talking about the technology, so if you are going to become a Java full stack developer, so in Java full stack developer, these are the following things which you must have the sound knowledge, I can say. One is core Java, JDBC, servlet, as well as JSP. Core Java is the basic technology. It's a programming language. JDBC, with the help of JDBC, we will be interacting with the database, like how we can establish connection with the database. So in JDBC, there are different drivers, there are different APIs which has been given by the Sun Microsystem, or you can say Oracle. So you must have to understand JDBC, because on the basis of JDBC, there are number of frameworks, ORM tools like Hibernate, right? All these things you will be studying it. So that's the reason you should have the good knowledge of JDBC also. Now, whenever we are talking about full stack developer, keep it in mind, then we are always going to discuss about MVC pattern like Spring MVC by using Spring Boot, all this. So there you must have the knowledge about servlet as well as JSP. Servlet and JSP is very, very, very important things if you are trying to become the full stack developer. Once you have completed like relational databases tools and the technology, core Java, JDBC, servlet, then we will be moving to the UI UX components. What all things we are going to talk about, what all things we are going to discuss in the UI UX components. So in UI UX, I'd not say that you should be pro in that, but yes, you should have some good knowledge in all these things like HTML5, CSS, Bootstrap, jQuery, and very, very important one is the JavaScript, because based on JavaScript there are number of JavaScript frameworks which is available. But yes, it is, as I told you, like it is a doable learning path, which means that it should not be a dream learning path. It should be which means that if you are just following the things, by completing end of the day in a given period of time, you should be able to become a Java full stack developer. Then JavaScript, yes, it is very, very important one. You should have the knowledge of JavaScript. Along with that, once you have completed the JavaScript, so it will not take much time for you to understand the React.js. And nowadays, with this combination with the Java technologies as well as this front end, like front end and all, means JavaScript and React.js, if you have this sound knowledge of this, means you are like a hot cake. Every company wants to hire this kind of skill set people or this kind of skill set resources, right? So you should have the knowledge of all these things also, right? Now coming to the frameworks. So when I talk about the frameworks, so what all skill set you should have in the framework. So first one is the Hibernate. Yeah, Hibernate, in that latest versions you should study, like Hibernate 5 point something, right? So you should have the good knowledge of Hibernate as well as Spring. In Spring also there are a latest version like 5 point something. Why I'm talking about Spring? Because nowadays everyone is talking about Spring Boot. What I understand, that if you are not having good knowledge on Spring, then you will not be able to understand internally Spring Boot. But if you are having the proper knowledge of Spring, every module, means whatever the common modules which is required, like IOC, AOP, Spring Web, right, Spring Data, and all other sort of things, then easily it won't be a big task for you to understand the Spring Boot, right? And Then after the REST API. So in REST API, it comes with the Spring Boot, also Spring Boot with the REST API. So, okay, you also should have the knowledge on these all things, which is very, very important one. Nowadays, if you're going into the industry, any complex project, any big project, any means good client is there, if anyone is having the good project, so that is mostly it is built on the top, built on by using the Spring Boot, REST API, Hibernate, Spring, and all this the above technology which I have just now shown to you. Once you have completed the framework, so not only once you have completed the framework, while learning this framework also, there are certain tools which you should have the knowledge, right? So when you are learning the Spring Boot, at that time itself you should be having the knowledge of Maven also, build tool again, IDs like Eclipse and IntelliJ. You don't have to do much experiment on IDs, so even if you're okay with the Eclipse, it's okay, there's no problem. After that, Agile Scrum, yeah, working methodology. You should be clear with this working methodology, because nowadays in most of the company, based on the Agile and things are working it. So if you're going in any organization, if you're going to join any company, so at that time you should not be completely new with the entire process and rest of the things. So if you have the knowledge on all these things, it will be very good for you to work there. MySQL Workbench, if you have, if you can, means it is an optional one. If you want, you can master it. If not, then it's okay. Git Bash, GitHub, and the Postman. These are the basic things. If you are just giving, you can say hardly a week, then you can master the things properly, right? In upcoming series of the video, I'll be creating videos on each one of the technology properly, so you can subscribe this channel, right? And you can like and share this video and write your comments, write your thoughts in the comment section, so that based on that also we will be creating more and more number of videos for you, right? And then the lastly, NoSQL databases, which is NoSQL and other. There are many other NoSQL tools are there. So if you are following all these things, if you are just going through this learning path properly, then easily you can become the Java full stack developer. And I can say that you can become the pro Java full stack developer, and there won't be any issue in that, right? So you can easily get at least package of 10 to 15 lakhs as per the Indian market I'm talking about. If you're outside India, you can get a lot of means much more than this also. So hope you like this video, and consider to subscribe this channel and write your thoughts in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe it. Thank you.